ladies, let's get this party started.
Christmas, Christmas, Christmas.
Well, it's Christmas time, pretty baby, and the snow is falling on the ground. Yeah, it's Christmas time, pretty baby, and the snow is falling on the ground. Well, you be a real good little girl, but Santa Claus is back in town. Got no sleigh with reindeer, no sack on my back. You gonna see me coming in a big black Cadillac. Oh, it's Christmas time, pretty baby, and the snow is falling on the ground.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. I hope you're having the best Christmas ever. Yes, indeedy do. I hope so. Let me move this. Is that a little better? It wants me to move this up. I'll tell you what, this new camera is a real pain in the keystorama. You know what? I wish it was so bad like it was. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But Merry Christmas. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Christmas day. I hope you're having a great Christmas. I really, truly am. Okay. You're seeing this on Christmas, but today's not Christmas. But you're seeing this on Christmas, but today is not Christmas. I'm sorry, but it's not. Anyway, what do we have today? I have another liquor kit. Let me get it a fresh glass. We have a Nestor cigar. Now these are my favorites, Nestors. The Duro from Cigars International. It's the Reserve. Anyway, here it is. Nestor. Here's a wrapper. Trash. And I have a new to me lighter. This cigarette lighter with the U.S. Army logo right there. And here's the amazing thing about it. Oh! The amazing thing about it, it's a butane lighter. Now, when I bought this on eBay, I only saw it like this. It wasn't open. I didn't see the inside. I didn't see the bottom. I didn't see the back. You know, I didn't see any of that. So I bought it without knowing it was a butane lighter. And you can imagine my surprise when I got it and it worked. I know the chair squeaks. My wife says you need to oil the chair. I haven't. I will. So let's take our trusty cigar knife. Ooh, nice and sharp. We will trim the back of the cigar. Ever so carefully. Then pull off the butt end. Let's trim that off. Let's see how the draw is. It's a little tight still. But what does this cigar have on it? or cigar tool. It's got a poker. We're going to very carefully hydrate the end of the cigar and very carefully wiggle that in there. Much better. Now we return our tool to the case. Set it aside and light up. And that makes quick work of that. I'm using an ashtray my friend Kurt made at the bunker. So there, Kurt, I'm using your ashtray. And how did your ashtray work? Does it work any good? Is it any good? Yeah, it's okay. Now, here's what we have. Campcraft cocktails. It says right on the side, ready to infuse. Dry ingredients, vegan, non-GMO, handcrafted, no preservatives. Add 12 ounces of spirits, spirit of your choice. Refrigerate for 3 days or 360 days. Makes 8 to 16 drinks. I don't think so. Find recipes, pairing tips, and online store at www.campcraftcocktails.com, Jacksonville, Florida, 32206. And you can dial 1-844-821-CAMP. This is 99. It's got 99% disapproval by teetotaling grandmothers. Store in a cool, dry place. Now you'll notice that it's a seal. You put the seal on it after you infuse it. And I'm going to open it. Oh. Wow. Here we go, folks. Am I spilling it? Probably. Are you okay? I gave you quite a thump. All right. It's got a nice color to it. Merry Christmas, everybody out there, friends and family, and so on and so forth. Wow. That is very similar to I'd like to say Robitussin with a hint of Vicks Formula 44. and maybe a slight overtone of 3 6s. That's about it. Boy, that's about as close to cough syrup as you can get without buying cough syrup. Wow. So, being Christmas, we're going to head over to a friend's house and share Christmas with them. My daughter and her husband and grandkids are going to my son-in-law's parents' place for Christmas. And unfortunately, one of the people I mentioned in the previous videos has passed. And this involves my daughter, not her husband, but my daughter and her family, and they're going to be busy with that in Georgia. So we're not going to see them. And yeah, that's just the way it is with that. And then we might be taking a trip to Arizona for New Year's. We got to see how that all plays out. And I know this is a super long shot, but if anybody watching this video has, or knows someone who has, or has access to someone who is selling a Studebaker pickup truck, now here's the conditions. It has to run. It doesn't have to be mint, but it can't be a rust bucket where you're driving along dropping your cigarette butts out the floor. It can't be smashed up. It can't be missing 45% of its parts. It can't have an interior that looks like 2 bobcats had a fist fight with hand grenades in the cab. And it has to have a bed on it. Yeah. No, that's not impossible. But if you have a line on one, or you have one, or you know someone who has one and are willing to sell it, message me in the comments, and I'll get in touch with you. Now, I'm looking for this after the new year. I have a Packard I have to unload. It does not have to have its original engine, but it has to have a working engine. All right? I prefer a 3-speed manual transmission or a 3-speed with an overdrive, but a working, good automatic transmission, that would be fine. You know, it'd be great if I had a turbo 350 or a turbo 400. That'd be great. Doesn't have to be 4-wheel drive, right? But it has to stop. You know what I mean? It has to be a driver. You know, I'm almost 70. I don't need to spend hours and hours and hours crawling around under a car trying to make it work. I got a car, I'm already doing it too. I don't need to do it to another. I was driving around yesterday and listening to a lot of old-time radio shows, all the Christmas versions. You know, some of them are super good. You know what I noticed about radio shows from like 1955 and before, Christmas radio shows? They usually have something to do with the meaning of Christmas. I'm not complaining. I like getting Christmas presents. I like giving them. I like to see the looks on the little kiddies' face when they open their Christmas presents. I love when my daughters open their presents. I love when my grandkids open their presents. I love to see my wife's face when she opens her presents. When I give a present, when somebody opens a present and they're delighted, that warms me up inside. Oh. And this is true, hands down, no argument. So anyway, I know you can say all kinds of BS about safety. Still true. Anyway, but there is a real reason for Christmas. We all know it's the birth of Christ. I'm not going any farther into it. Whether you are Jewish or Muslim or Christian or you don't believe in any of that stuff, fine. The First Amendment guarantees you the right to believe the way you wish. Whether you don't or do, that's fine. And I'm a big believer in the Constitution. For those people who don't understand how it is written, the First Amendment, most important, the second most is the second, the third most is the third. These were meant to address the egregious activities of the Crown and what they were inflicting on the American colonists. You know that American colonists weren't even allowed to have steel tools to farm with? Because if you made anything out of steel, the Crown taxed it. So they had to use wooden plows and wooden shovels and all kinds of crappy stuff like that. Because not everybody could afford the tax. But if you really want to understand how that works, go on YouTube, look up We Hold These Truths, which is a radio show paid for by the American government to be broadcast to the American military so everybody in the military could understand one of the basic reasons they were fighting. You'll be shocked. Because I can tell you right now that the existing government would not for any reason play that to the American troops of today. Roosevelt had no problem playing it to the troops overseas in 1943. But they would have a hard time playing that to American troops overseas today. Go listen to it. It's like 40 minutes long. We hold these truths. Anyway, enough. I'm done with the politics. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Jingle bells and all that stuff. Santa coming on the sleigh. Ah, I heard Santa's bells going up the other side of the street. Yes, yes, yes. So today we watched White Christmas. And Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. You know, it's a cute movie. The problem is that there are no good copies. Since it entered public domain, it has been copied and recopied and cut and split and done, all the stuff has been done to it. And there are no good copies of Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. So, yeah, that's an unfortunate truth. Right now, my wife is watching The Great British Bake Off. We had a really good homemade stew that she made tonight for dinner over rice. It's a thick stew. We put it over rice. She made homemade cornbread, and it was a dynamite dinner. Dynamite dinner. I really enjoyed it. Had seconds. Can't you tell? I know I got to do something about this. I'm sorry. But I'm fat. I'm going to try to put together a music video. Watch for it. It's a kind of a Christmas one. I might be able to work it up tomorrow. You might be able to see it on Christmas Day. Or we'll see. It depends on how much time I have. I mean, I got a lot of Christmas stuff to watch tomorrow. I got to watch Charlie About Christmas. I got to watch Christmas It Almost Wasn't. I got to watch Alastair Sims' Scrooge. A Christmas Carol. I got to watch it. Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of viewing pleasure. Oh, the Christmas Chronicles And the Christmas Chronicles 2. Gotta watch that. Gotta watch Fat Man. Gotta watch Violent Night. That is a very violent and very funny Christmas movie, Violent Night. It stars the guy who played the Mad Russian in Black Widow. He's pretty good in that. He deserved to have his own action film, that guy. You know who else deserves to have their own Marvel movie? Domino from Deadpool 2. Domino needs her own movie. Next to Deadpool, she was the best character in that film. Cable was good, but for EV, entertainment value, gotta be Domino. Needs her own movie. Well, I have to adjust my Japanese clock, hang on. Hope that didn't take too long. My buddy's ashtray's working pretty darn good. I'm gonna have a little bit more. I shouldn't, but I am. That's plenty. I'm either going to take this to a party and pass it around, or I'm going to take it camping and shoot it. It's not that good. But I did let it steep for more than a year after they said you should. And and that's my fault. I have no problem accepting, if I do make a mistake, I have absolutely no problem accepting that fact. I'll take the blame. Oh no! I've never had a problem with responsibility, taking the responsibility for something, taking the blame for something that I did wrong. I don't know why people are afraid of that. Let me tell you a great truth. If you had a problem with a company and they made a mistake, and you called them on the phone and said, "Hey, I bought XYZ product and it was a total failure. What can we do?" And they can say, Mr. X, you had a problem with it, we're going to refund your money. Or, we think it was an anomaly, we're going to give you new. And we're sorry. We'll look into it. Wouldn't the way you hold that company in esteem go up? Hey, we made a mistake. We'll fix it. We're sorry. Esteem. But modern corporations don't understand it. They make a mistake and they want to avoid it like the plague. Oh, that couldn't happen. We're infallible. Nobody's infallible. Nothing's infallible. Nothing on earth. If you buy something new and it screws the pooch, it should be made good. If the government makes a mistake, they should correct it and apologize. publicly. You know, we wronged Whoville, and we're going to fix it for him. Esteem and respect climbs. If you had a company that stood behind its product 100% and fixed it every time there was a screw up, not because you broke it, you break it, sorry. I mean, not every company's craftsman. You break a tool, you put a 10-foot cheater bar and a half-inch breaker bar, and then two of your buddies stand on it to tighten something up, and it blows. Then you take it to them, and they replace it for free. There you go. But not every company's like that. If you screw something up, take the responsibility for it. Don't blame them. But if they screw up, they should take responsibility for it and make good for it. It doesn't matter what it is. A company, your next door neighbor, your best friend, your wife, your kids, you, the mayor, the governor, the president, any mistake they make, they should own up to and fix. Respect. So that starts with me. My kids do that. If they make a mistake, they'll tell me and they'll apologize and they'll try to fix it. Because I raised them that way. My wife does it. We have this mutual respect for each other. If she makes a mistake, she tells me, she fixes it. If I make a mistake, I apologize and I fix it. If it's not fixable, I'll make it up somehow. But it has to start someplace, and it can start with us. Now remember, if you can hold someone else to a higher level of responsibility, that should go in your direction too. That's part of the Christmas deal. Peace on earth, goodwill towards men. That's all part of the goodwill towards humanity, right there. Merry Christmas, right? Anyway, how much time we got going? Oh, this is already too long. It's 26 minutes. Anyway, folks. Here's to you and yours on this happy Christmas occasion. To all my friends and family out there, love you guys. You know I can't always get around to saying it. There's some people that are my friends I could be better friends to, and I apologize for that. So, yeah, I'm going to come up with a music video. I know you're thinking, if you weren't smoking a cigar, you wouldn't cough. But I've had this cough now for a couple of weeks. And this is only my second cigar in a week. So I don't really smoke cigars all the time. Usually when I'm on the, making a video with you guys, and usually when I'm out camping. So, and I'm not going to be camping for another few weeks. But anyway, here's to you and yours. That's not terrible. Hey, also, I might be going to King of the Hammers out here in Johnson Valley, coming up in January and March. There's the off-road games in Hurricane, Utah. I'm probably going to that. In October is the big anniversary of Machine Gun Shoot at the Big Sandy. I'm going to that. At least I'm planning on going to all these things. If you want more information on the off-road games, go over to Matt's Off-Road Recovery on YouTube. Download his app. You can get all the information off that. And I don't usually plug other channels, but man, you got to watch Matt's Off-Road Recovery. You got to watch Fab Rats. You got to watch Mischief Maker TV. These are some of the people that I really enjoy watching if you're a gearhead. Cold War Motors, Vice Grip Garage, Junkyard Digs, Matt's Demolition Ranch. He does a lot of car stuff. You name it, Diesel Creek, the Holden Brothers. I mean, there's a whole litany of car videos you can watch and have a great time. And what it does is it builds your confidence in working on your own rig. So, as Derek from Vice Guard said, I'm going to take the rest of this and cool the back of my neck, finish off this wobble pop, and then I just might lie down and take 40 winks. So thanks for watching, everybody, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, later, Mater.
Now look to Packard for two great lines of cars, the new Packard and Packard Clipper. Here is the exciting new Packard Clipper with big car value at medium car cost, built for those who want a quality car at a price within the average family income. The advanced contour styling of these powerful 8-cylinder Packard Clippers is setting the new trend in automobile design. And for America's new choice in fine cars, now look to the luxurious new Packard. This Packard Patrician is America's most individual car, with proved Packard power brakes, power steering, and famous Packard Ultramatic. The beautiful custom-styled Packard represents the finest automobile ever built. Yes, Packard offers two new lines of cars. The exciting Clipper for big car value at medium car cost, and the luxurious new Packard. Truly America's new choice in fine cars.